Now it's time to go inside the creepy cave.
My name is Ben Laurence. I'm gonna rock you at least once a week. My name is Ben Laurence. Let's party.
Right now we are at an abandoned mini golf course. This mini golf course closed down about a year ago and has just been sitting out here abandoned and forgotten. So today we're gonna walk around this mini golf course and just check it out. Hey, can we play a few rounds? Oh, they're closed. This was the ticket counter right here. Well, not the ticket counter, but you'd go right there and you'd get your clubs and get your like cards and everything and fill them all out. And then you'd go and enjoy the course. I think this actually was the end over here. This is kind of cool. There's actually a water wheel over here. They probably would have used this to sort of help filter the water and keep it moving. But the water looks like it could use some filtering right now. It's more green than it is with all the chemicals in it. It's really sad to see this golf course just uninhabited. It's crazy to think that just a year ago, there would have been people right on this golf course having a good time. And now, no one's here. In typical mini golf fashion, there's a giant lagoon with that mini golf course green water right there. Gotta love it. And of course, there's a really cool cave right there, which we're gonna go in just a second. They even have this cool little covered bridge right here. So let's walk across the bridge, and I hope that there's some support here, just because I don't want to fall through. It seems like it's pretty safe for now, so let's keep on walking. Now it's time to go inside the creepy cave. Here we are, inside an old abandoned golf course. This cave actually has some realistic elements, including these real stalactites right here. These are not part of the decorations. These are actually legit stalactites hanging on the ceiling. And I don't know what this nasty foam looking stuff is around the light, but that is, that's pretty gross. I don't know what it is, but I just love caves at mini golf courses. Like, they're just so much fun. Like, it's like, oh, we're inside like a real cave, like Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, oh, I'm just hanging out in a little cave. I don't know why, but I find them really fun. And I also find them fun when they're in operation, because there would have been a waterfall right there, and that would have just added to like the whole cave experience. But there really isn't much to explore in this cave anymore, so we're gonna keep moving forward. There's actually this little bridge because water would have ran right under it, and there would have been another waterfall right up there. We're now making our way up to the peak of the mountain, and there's actually a giant eagle right there guarding the entrance to this secondary cave.
You shall not enter the cave.
What? What do you mean? Can't we just go in the cave and go check it out?
You may pass only if everyone watching this video subscribes to youtube.com/Ben Laurence.
All right, thank you, Mr. Eagle. So we have been granted access by the eagle to enter his cave. And he's got a pretty nasty cave because the course isn't even green anymore. It's actually gray and all moldy. And this cave looks like it's in some rough shape. I guess after a year of no maintenance, this is kind of what happens. I like how it has these trees as like support. This almost reminds me of like an old mining shaft, how there's like these pieces of wood that just go across the top here. This giant window would have been covered in water back when this place was in operation, and it would have went right down that way towards the bridge and then out to the lagoon, which you can see right out there. One thing to note about this cave is the stalactites on the ceiling, but we have seen those before. The weirdest thing is that white stuff on the ground that we saw earlier is actually hard like cement, and that's because it dripped down from the stalactites and ended up hardening on the floor. And if you've ever been to a mini golf course, you know that the floor is like carpet. It's almost like fake grass. So somehow it has become like a hard shell over that carpet where you'd play mini golf. Let's take one last look in the cave before we move on up the mountain. As we move up the mountain, we'll see this man chiseled into the side. And that's pretty much like a smaller scale replica of the Old Man in the Mountain. Now, if you don't know what the Old Man in the Mountain is, go on Google and look it up. Because a few years back, the Old Man actually fell off the side of the mountain. So this is the only place where you can still see the Old Man in the Mountain, here at this abandoned mini golf course. Here's a close-up view of this man's face embodied in stone. Right behind the old man's face, you can actually get a peek inside the inner workings of the mountain here. So this is what it all looks like inside the mountain structures here at the mini golf course. Pretty cool little inside look. And also right outside, you can see how nasty the water has gotten since this place has been closed. There's mold and God only knows what else inside the water there. We have now reached the top of the mountain here at the mini golf course. And this is kind of just an overview of the entire place. This was actually quite the hike to get to the top of the golf course. And since we are at the top of the mountain, you can see right there, there's some snow because it's so cold up here. It's actually not that cold up here because it's like 90 degrees out right now and I'm sweating. I wish that was snow to cool me off. Anyways, let's make our descent down to the bottom of the mini golf course. As we make our way around this corner, there's actually another cave. Oh, it's a bear. There's a bear right there. That scared me. Thought it was a real one. But here's another look inside the mountain-like structures at the mini golf course. It's really cool to see, you know, all the rebar and metal that holds all the concrete and gunite together. I love stuff like this, and that pipe right there is probably to pump water to the top of the mountain so it can rush all the way back down. I don't know if you're like me, but I really just love rock work stuff like this. I really just like to take time and appreciate the effort and detail that went into constructing this. Like, look, it's got like real rock-looking steps as well as this mountainous region right here and like a little mining cave right there. I don't know why. I just love stuff like this. And actually, all the groundwork around here is made up of rocks and it's really detailed and I don't know. I just really love it and I'm gonna stop talking about it because you're probably sick of me. Oh, look at the rock work on the floor. So I'm just gonna leave you with this nice picture of all the rocks and we're gonna get on to something else now. Thank you so much for joining us as we went and checked out this abandoned mini golf course. If you liked this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to support future adventures, make sure to check out benlawrence.spreadshirt.com to get yourself a sweet Ben Lawrence t-shirt, just like this one. By buying a t-shirt over on benlawrence.spreadshirt.com, you will be helping the channel and you will be getting something in return. And while you're clicking things and buying t-shirts, make sure to click the subscribe button. It's free and you can stay up to date with all of our future adventures. Right now, but back when this place was in operation, that was a waterfall right there. The water would have come down into the lagoon. It seems like it's. We're under attack. Want to go in the cave?
Oh, yeah.
Now it's time. Now it's time to go inside. But there's really not much to experience in this cave now that it's abandoned. So we're just gonna keep moving forward. This cave is really cool looking and just check out that stuff right there on the ground and believe it or not, it's actually hard like cement and that's because it dripped down from right here. All those oh, I just got out of focus. Anyways, let's make our descent down to the bottom of the mini golf. Okay, right now we're hiding because there's actually a train right on the other side and it's going by. So we ducked behind a bush and hopefully no one saw us. If you ever come out here to the mini golf course, just be careful because there's a bear. There's a bear hibernating right here. Actually, I should be quiet. I shouldn't be yelling because that bear might wake up and eat me. This is kind of cool. Over here on the side is actually like a water wheel used to move the water, probably filter the water so it didn't get so, you know, messy and dirty. What do you want to say? Right now we're gonna walk along the back side of the mini golf course just because I want to show you how massive the structure is. After we go check that out, we're gonna wrap this video up. So this is the back side of the course and just check out how tall this is. Let's go up closer so I can really show you how tall it is. That's looking straight up. It's almost like a miniature little mountain and it wraps all the way around the golf course. And so the golf course pretty much sits on this mountain-like structure right here. For a little size comparison, there's Tresh right next to the smallest part of the mountain, and even that makes it look pretty big. And as you can see, there's like the tallest point right there, and there's Tresh down at the bottom. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. We had a lot of fun filming and exploring this mini golf course. But believe it or not, this was actually not the plan for this video. We planned on going to an abandoned theme park. But when we went up to the doors, there was actually a maintenance man out there and he said that we were not allowed in. And I tried to bribe him with some cash. I tried to just talk my way in. I'm like, dude, we just make videos, like please let us in, and he was not having it. And he said that it was like an insurance thing. The company was like going through some insurance policies and stuff. So unfortunately we didn't get into the abandoned theme park, but I hope this video was just as good and I hope it was a fun adventure. So if you did like this video, make sure to click one of the links that popped up around my face, and I will see you in next week's adventure. Wah!